I'm on my way to interview an owner of an interesting car. I'm just on my way to a wobber to have a bit of a chat with Craig about his Ford Escort rally car. Now, a wobber's about an hour up the road, so I'll see you then. I'm here talking to Craig about this classic Ford Escort rally car. Now, did you buy this as a rally car or did you build it?
I built it actually.
Really?
Yeah.
So that was like, did you do a full rally build like a bare shell, or was it?
Yeah, no, it was a bare shell. It was a bit, she's a little bit rough, but it's had a roof on it. It's had bits and pieces done to the floors.
Right.
A lot of welding on the floors, a lot of welding around the front here. Typical Escort.
Yep.
They do get a bit rusty.
Well, the wonderful thing about Escorts is you can buy
Correct.
a lot of that strengthening stuff, just little panels and weld them
You can
in.
buy a truckload of bits. It's like if you got some money, there's a kid in a candy store.
You can buy a brand new one if you want one in England, I think.
Yeah.
I've seen Ford Escort body shells on eBay.
Motorsport Tools they do like a, I don't know, I can't remember exactly what they call it, but you can buy a brand new one ready to go.
Yeah.
You can buy them in road trim, rally trim, the whole shooting match.
Amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, then let's start with the engine.
Yep.
What's it running an engine?
It's a 2-litre Z-Tech.
Right.
It's out of a Ford Focus.
I guess KK.
Yeah, the early 2000 model up to 05 Focus.
Right. Is that on carburetors or fuel injection?
It's fuel injected.
So it's the Focus setup, or?
Yeah. Focus. It's EFI.
Yeah.
Like I've modified the extractors in the inlet.
So that's got a aftermarket type computer, or link computer. Or
it's actually it's an old girl, Pectel from the UK.
Yep.
In all honesty, it's probably it's actually quite old, but it is what it is. It works.
Yep.
It's sort of a bit on the budget side of rallying.
Yeah.
If you got.
So then the gearbox, I've seen English stuff at Mazda RX-8.
No, this one's actually called a rocket box.
Right.
They're quite popular if you're in that, the Escort fraternity, so to speak.
Yep.
It's just a 4-speed, 1 to 1/4, and it's straight cut gears, 1, 2, 3.
Right.
It's got some nice ratios.
Yep.
To suit.
Yep.
The diff.
And the diff, what's the diff?
With the Atlas again, it's quite popular.
Right.
I think it's only, I don't know, it might be 52. There's 3 sizes you can get.
Yeah.
It's probably in the middle.
Right.
So they actually come out of a Capri in the early days.
Oh, okay, yep. And it's still got the leaf spring, or you?
No, actually, I've got
the coil over arrangement.
Yeah, coil over. So it's
right.
I've spent a few hours. Making it work.
And the front, they're
McPherson strut.
Well, for Capri, they do the Capri stuff on
there. Similar, same. Yeah, it's got the bolt-on steering arms and.
Yeah, make adjustable.
All your bump steer and all that, blah blah.
I own Triumphs. You can't get any of that for that. You've got to engineer it yourself. Where the beauty of an Escort.
They're everywhere.
Yeah.
You just look in the UK. There's heaps of people.
Yeah.
Even I haven't done much research in the States, but I think they're popular somewhat in the States as well.
Right. Yeah.
So
when you decided to get involved in motorsport, what drove you to the Escort instead of like a Datsun 1600, which is?
Mate, I've been sort of around the sport for 20 odd years.
Yep.
I used to, this is one of my first cars, the first 2 or 3 cars I had Escorts, and then I progressed up through rear-wheel drive turbo into four-wheel drive turbo in the early 90s, and then I petered off around the early 2000s. And then, but mainly just, I got a soft spot for them from when I was a kid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that sort of...
Yeah, I don't know where that comes from. You for some reason are drawn to it.
Well, I never really had one to this sort of specification.
Yeah.
This one's just not so much what you always wanted, but it's got some nicer bits in it.
Yeah. A bit more rugged too, I would have thought.
Yeah, like it's definitely not a road car by any means. It's got Murray suspension or Murray MCAs all around, so you can give it a good serve.
How did you go adapting like a four-wheel drive turbocharged car, a rear-wheel drive car?
You miss the pull out of the corner.
Yeah.
It doesn't pull you out of the corner, nothing like what this doesn't. Obviously it's more of a slide and then drive through the corner, whereas a four-wheel drive, you're sliding and then you're getting the pulling, so it's just faster.
Yeah.
You've got to like travelling sideways in one of these things.
Look, I was in Cops for one of the Australian rounds at Rally Raceway.
Yeah, Rayleigh,
and the World Rally cars came out and done their thing, and they're spectacular and everything like that.
Yeah.
But when the classics come out, Neil Bates come out in Celica, everyone stood up and went down to the fence then. And I would hear these guys, VW at the time, spending millions to do this, yet everyone still want to watch the old stuff. And having said that, there's no question Ford Escorts go faster now than they did when I was rallying in the 70s. It looks faster. And even though they're not as fast as the World Rally cars, they look it. They look like they're screaming and they're on edge. And they're about to blow up.
You're definitely sort of walking a fine line sometimes. You know what I mean?
A
little bit too much of this, a little bit too much of that. I actually kissed one of the tyres over there on the first run, so... Yes, you do.
Yes, you do, Now, okay, this I see it's on Club Rally Rego.
Yep.
So you are rallying it like in forest rallies?
I haven't done as such. I've actually got a guy who's going to use it. I'm a little bit tight on the old budget at the minute, but maybe at some point we'll get to do some rallies. But yeah, it'll do some AMSAG events and maybe a state round as well or two next year. So, but yeah,
it is all budget.
Correct. Like it's these are round, but the cost of everything's gone, you know, 10 times what it was 20 years ago.
The whole thing's cost so much more, you know. I was looking at doing one last rally for old time's sake. But to make my car comply with the modern rule, it was like once I got to $7,000 or $8,000, I'm not doing that.
No, I had to put I had the old school cage in it.
Yeah, it's mine. Probably.
And then I had to I just got in before the rules changed. And I had to do some of it again just so I can get the cage like engine or cams approved. So then you can get the Rally Rego and all the rest of it.
But that's where the problems lie.
Oh, mate, if you can't do it, you've either got to have a good dollar behind you, or you're a DIY sort of a guy. You got half a chance.
Well, when I was rallying, you built the roll cage yourself. There was no compliance. There was no engineering. You just made it. You know, the scrutineer was the guy that decided whether it was all right or not. Now, you have a soft spot for this car, and it's going to be a car that sits in your shed till you die. Or if someone come along with a bucket full of money, you go, oh yeah, that can go.
Yeah, maybe, mate. I've sold a few and regretted it after the fact. It's one of those ones. Like, it is only a 4-door, I must admit. Like, there's probably more value in a 2-door. More popular. I was actually reading something this morning on Facebook. You can convert. There's nothing to stop you from converting a 4-door into a 2-door. There's guys in the UK that do it.
Really?
Like, they're like a bare shell, and they got jigs and all the rest of it, and they're just going hammer and tongs. So, like, I don't know. Dollars-wise, you'd probably be 20 grand, 25 grand, that sort of thing. Value.
Well, that's the problem with modern. If you want to do classic rallying. To buy the base unit, like a bare, like just an old Escort that's sitting in somebody's shed that's a pile of junk, will cost you 10 grand now. And so to start, it's not like the old days you get the regular.
I remember I used to buy them, used to bin them. You can buy them for $100.
Exactly.
Now it's like thousands, 3, 4, 5 grand, depends on, you can buy, like as you said, new, I don't know, I'm pretty sure they're made in China shells.
I think they are made in China,
Some say they're, I don't know, whether they're good, bad, I haven't actually personally seen one, but they're 10, 12 grand, but it's brand new. You haven't got to spend 200 hours cutting the rust out of it.
Exactly, So what are the plans for this now? Is there any more things you need to do to it, or are you happy with as it is?
You always want to do something else. You always probably want a bit more power. You know, I mean, it's only a standard engine. It's only got about 130 horsepower at the wheels. It'd be nice to have more, but around here it's actually probably, it could not be dangerous, but you'll maybe get yourself a little bit more trouble but it's still more of a challenge.
So what brakes are you running?
Actually, these have got AP 4 spots on the front, and AP 2 spots on the back.
So they're aftermarket type.
Yeah, like a race brake. Like, they're definitely worth the investment.
Again, like, Ford Escorts, you can buy that stuff. Like
these come from Group 4 actually.
Like
it's common ads for. It's nearly. I'm trying to think of the right word. Like it's just like going down the shops and buying a chocolate milkshake, nearly. You know what I mean?
Well, you know, my Triumphs, you can't buy anything.
You better get a bit of stuff out of the UK, but
not much.
Okay.
They just don't make it. Well, thanks very much for the chat about
this
wonderful
old
Escort.
That's good.
I'm Quack McMullard. Bye for now.
Thanks.